Yes, save. Alright, let's go. I'm so down. Turnabout succession. Sure, let's go. And that is the whole truth of this case. Mason system. In order to understand it myself, I had to know the story of these last 7 long years. Nothing happens by chance. All is connected. And now, you stand ready to begin the final chapter of the story. Will the defendant be found guilty or innocent? The decision is yours. It's Christoph. Hey Apollo, look on TV. Look. I'm kinda busy. Whoa, look at that. He's the last Grand Marie, alright. Amazing. Apollo, you should be watching this. Ow. What? I was writing about our last case in my journal. Lawyers are supposed to write things in records, Apollo, not journals. And why now? That case was 3 months ago. Hey, it's a long story. I did a lot, you know. I want to vacuum pack the feel of the moment for later. Right now I'm wowing the crowd by figuring out how Lamar disappeared. That's right, Uncle Valant did that illusion too. But you're missing him on TV right now. I was just getting under the good part. I suppose I should watch a little TV with her. After all, her father's expecting me to look after her while she's away, or he's away. Hey, yeah, that's cool. I got the tickets and everything. Here's yours, Apollo. Squeak. Let me examine this real quick. Are you ready, Apollo? Ready? For what? For what? For the Troop Grand Magic Show. It's not like I'm getting up on stage or anything. What are you talking about, Apollo? You can't enjoy magic if you're not part of what's going up on stage. I'll lend you my spare costume if you need one. Huh? You mean I can't go in this? No. Doesn't get more straightforward than that. No. Anyway. You are here, working hard and hardly working. Hey, what's going? Hey, how you been? Hi there, stranger. Not exactly the kind of greeting I'd want to hear from my own kid, though he has been gone a long time. How goes it, Trucy? Here, I got a present for you. Yay, pudding! I love pudding. Ooh, it's farm fresh. And not just one pudding, but 3 whole cups. I'll have to pace myself. Well, I'm beat. That's right. You're on the top secret mission. You've got to take it easy with the secrets, you know. How right you are. So you still can't tell us what your mission is? Maybe it is time, and it's something to do with you anyway. Huh? With me? Ooh, maybe you're getting a top secret mission too. Maybe you can be one of those guys. A spy. Can't I just be a defense attorney? To be honest, telling you about this mission was my whole reason for coming here today. What? Tell me, you've heard of the jurist system, yes? The jurist system? That's right, the new legal system everyone's talking about. Have you heard of it, Apollo? Huh? Maybe? Maybe not as many people are talking about it as I thought. The juris system, huh? So, Dad, what's this juris system thing? Well, Trucy, do you know what a jury is? I've heard of it, yeah. Isn't that those people who sit in court in those old courtroom dramas? The ones who get to decide whether the guy is innocent or guilty? Do you know Apollo? Only from TV. It's 12 people chosen from a community, right? Well, they're thinking about reviving that system. They're calling the new system the juris system. And we're doing whatever you like, Your Honor. Not quite that harsh. The jurists cooperate with the judge. They help analyze the case from different angles. Ah, and there will be only 6 of them under the current proposal, right? Wow, you know your stuff, Apollo. Their findings directly affect the verdict. Hopefully people will start taking the courts a little more seriously now. I feel like I'm some kind of educational TV show. Starring Dr. Wright. Dr. Wright and his assistant Trucy, and the mascot Apollo, the perfect team. Mascot? Hey! So, what is his secret mission? The juris system is my mission, more or less. Anyway, keep in mind that the new ideas like this system are always risky, Apollo. Too true. Everyone's got an opinion, and they just talk and nothing gets decided. Kinda like you, Apollo. I'm not that bad, am I? In any case, we're going to give it a shot. A test, if you will. I don't like tests. We'll take a case as a sample and choose 6 jurists. I'll be the one helping with that process, incidentally. Helping how? Well, for one, I'll be chair of Juris System Simulator Court Committee. The chair constructs the ideal situation, choosing the case, the jurist candidates, even the judge in the courtroom. Wow, it's like you have a real job. I was never that good at the piano, to be honest. Once a lawyer, always a lawyer, I guess. The trial's tomorrow, by the way. Don't miss it. The trial simulation, that is. A simulation, huh? Sounds interesting. So, what kind of case is the trial simulation about? Well, since it is the first run of the new system, I wanted something simple. Good thinking. No sense wearing yourself out on something too serious. True, the case is a murder. God damn it. That's not simple at all. By simple, did you mean that the defendant is guilty? Yeah, most likely. So, good luck, Apollo. With what? With the trial tomorrow. You're defending, of course. Recall I said it had something to do with you. Go for it, Apollo. It's just a test case anyway. No sweat. Yeah, but there's still a verdict to be decided. And a potentially serious sentence. The more serious in the worst case scenario. Ah, you mean the verdict's for real? That's not a test trial, that's a real trial. All the forms have been filed, there's no turning back now. The trial begins tomorrow at 10 AM. Hopefully you can make room for it in your schedule. Why am I only here about this now? Oh yeah, right. There was a change this morning. I picked a new case. Eh? Something that happened last night. Hey Apollo, I know you're all excited about that secret mission. But what about this? The Troupe Grammarise Grand Magic Show. Huh? Oh, right. The card tricks. They're not card tricks. They're grand illusions, miracles, the apocalypse. Oh shit, fuck. So what? That's 3 whole days from now. It's at Sunshine's Coliseum. Let's go today. We can say hi to Algovalan. Have fun. What? I can't go by myself. You know I'm not very outgoing. Right. Why not go with her? But what about the secret mission? Oh, don't worry about that. You'll hear all about it tomorrow, regardless. I don't trust that smile. He knows something he's not telling me. Yippee! Now you can make me to the Coliseum. Ugh, I guess I was supposed it wouldn't kill me to pop over there. Ah, Grammarye, that reminds me. What's this, Dad? Isn't that Silk Hat the Grammarye seal? Consider it a birthday present, Trucy. Thanks, it's great. But today isn't my birthday. Good point. What day is it today, Buffalo? Huh? Today? I think it's Recycle Your Plastics Day. Then it's a Recycle Your Plastics present. Yippee! So it's plastic. I've given up trying to understand them. It's much easier that way. So what is it? Can I open it, Dad? No. Oh shit. Huh? You'll need that envelope someday. Someday soon. Don't open it until then. Well, why didn't you just hold on to it until then? Because that would be the logical thing to do. An envelope of Grammarye's, huh? Do not open until the time is right. Ah, looky here. A handwritten signature. It says... I can't read it. That seems odd to me. I mean, isn't a signature intended to show ownership? What's the use if no one can read it? Isn't it enough if you can read your own? Oh! I never thought of it that way. Okay. Alright, so what case are you going to use? You really want to know, don't you? Of course I do. I mean, I'm going to be defending, alright? If all goes well, then yeah, of course. This is just a test. Why not everyone to start without preconceptions? A blank slate, as it were. There's a difference between having a blank slate and just being totally clueless, man. Whose dumb idea was that anyway? Well, mine. Committee chair, remember? Oh. Well, if you want to know that badly, I suppose I could give you permission to examine the scene of the crime. Good. That's better. But you can't talk to anyone involved with the case. What? Then how am I supposed to defend? You let me worry about the details there. Remember, I'm in charge of this trial. All of it. But you don't want it to backfire, do you? Apollo, if I am in charge of the whole trial, that means the entire affair is my responsibility, for good or for bad. Just do what you can. And don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Alright. I recommend going down to the detention center. The client's waiting for you. You can ask about the scene there. We just said I couldn't talk to anyone involved. Oh, you can talk to your client. If you can get her to talk. Well, time's a wasting. That doesn't really bode well for me, does it? Let's try a little bit of Turnabout Succession, even though my head hurts a little bit. Who's our client? A? That's 20 minutes we've been waiting here. 20 minutes. Maybe I should complain? I'm sure that guard has better things to do than stand there pretending he doesn't see us. You know, the minute we get angry, the client will show. It always works that way. Like shouting, "Oh, waiter!" and they're standing right behind you. Oh, guard! Is our client going to be much longer? What are you talking about? Haven't you already started the meeting yet? Huh? Ooh. Where'd you come from? Well, anyway, please have a seat. I'm nervous, Apollo. It's the silence. It builds suspense. Why don't you do something, Trucy? You're a magician, aren't you? That's right. Okay. I'm the amazing Mr. Hat. Oh. Oh! She passed out. Miss Magic Underwear might have been a better duet. better bet. That's Magic Panties, Apollo. So what's your name? Oh, right, I'm supposed to introduce myself first. I'm Apollo Justice. And I'm Trucy Wright. I know, this is getting nowhere fast. Hi. Well, I'm your defense. I really think it has to be fate, you know? And by fate, I mean destiny. Did you know I'm good with astrology? Apollo, no. Tell me, what's your sign? I can tell you mine if you'd like, Apollo. No, never mind. I just got carried away there. I seem destined to get difficult clients, it seems. Hey, I know. Maybe you can tell us what happened. I'm your defense attorney, after all. Anything out of the ordinary happened lately? Well, the other day this tourist from out of town stopped and asked me directions. Later, Trucy. I feel like I need to ask directions myself here. Well, that was fruitless. Though I think I understand despair a little better now. You did good, Apollo. Look, she's doing her nails. What? Are nails more important than defense? Is that it? Let's go, Trucy. Excuse me. Oh! Could you read this? Sure. I feel like a teenager on first date. And this is the love letter we pass from desk to desk at school. Stop looking so wistful and read it, Apollo. It's a business card with a name and address. The name is Vera Misham. The address is for Drew Studio. And you're giving me this because... Well, looks like we're finished here. I wonder if Drew Studio is the scene of the crime. Let's go find out. I wonder what the buttons are to, I guess I just had to click. There we go. What a pretty business card. Looks like a postcard almost. And on the back, just her name. That seems odd to me. Huh? What does? Why write your name on the front and back of the card? Why not use the space on the back for a self-portrait or a caricature? The people will remember what you look like, too. That's not a bad idea, actually. Here, give me one of your cards, Apollo. She's drawing something. Hey, my hair's not that spiky. Guess we'll go to the Coliseum. Ah, presenting, are we? I did my fair share of that back in the day. Showed my attorney's badge a lot, too. He may look cool and calm now, but you should have seen him before. You know me too well, Trucy. I'm glad I provided this opportunity for a little family bonding. Ooh, this is it, Apollo. The place where magic and dreams converge. Just a while ago, it was the place where murder and nightmares converged, my guy. Let's go say hi to Uncle Valant. What about the case? Mwahaha! Only a performer laughs like that. The young Miss Trucy! How often I hope we meet again to only tell myself it was an impossible dream. Dee! How's it going? I'm glad to see you too. Of course you are. Humility is definitely not one of the strongest traits. Well, Miss Trucy, how does the day find you? If you've come to give me flowers, do it after the show, I beg you. Actually, we came to wish you a good luck, and congratulations on your big magic show. Oh, but it is I who wish to congratulate you. Not everyone is so lucky to witness miracles such as I shall perform. Yeah, you're amazing, we get it. The world will watch in wonderment as Magnify's illusions are reborn. Here, on stage, by my hand. Everyone's talking about the big magic show. Is it true that the Grand Marie Miracle is back after a 7-year absence? Miss Trucy, I must apologize. This show and this honor should have been his. My co-magician in training, Zach Grand Marie, if that terrible thing hadn't. It's okay. Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If he were alive, then I, Valant Grand Marie, would have been proud to stand upon the stage as his assistant. Thanks, Uncle Valant. You know, I'm happy you're doing the show, though. To think we get to see the great Magnify's illusions again. She really is looking forward to this, isn't she? My mentor, the magnificent Magnify Grand Marie, is a true deity among magicians. A creator god who gave birth to magic and illusions that defied our very imaginations. I was so little when I last saw one, but I still remember his shows. He did wheelies in a sports car through air above the audience. and then sped off to outer space faster than the speed of sound. I'm guessing that memory was a bit embellished. For 7 long years, the world has been waiting for a miracle to match his. As heir to the Gramarye Troop's secrets, it falls to me to provide one. It is my God-given destiny. Yes, you, nameless face who speaks from the nameless masses. How can I help you? If the world was waiting, why did you hold off for 7 long years? It appears the lad is uninformed. Perhaps you have heard of the magic known as law, which governs our land? I have, though I'm not sure it qualifies as magic. The performance of Magnify's miracle was impossible. A certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more. 7 years. That's pretty sure it's like to pop up, doesn't it? And why was that? A little matter called performance rights, Miss Trucy. Can you tell us about these performance rights? Magnify's magic relied on an incredibly innovative idea, a trick, if you will. That trick was considered his property and such was protected by property laws. Intellectual property, maybe? Magnify knew this and bequeathed it in his own will. To one person. You mean him? Yes, Miss Trucy, it was your father. Zack Gramarye was the inheritor of the Gramarye miracle. Dad. Yet, as you well know, he is gone. He disappeared suddenly 7 years ago. I think I see where this story is going. Once a person is classified missing for a certain period of time, they're considered legally deceased, correct? In all absoluteness, those rolled-up sleeves conceal your competence well, young man. That certain period of time in which you speak is 7 years. Ah! Yes, Miss Trucy. Though it pains me to say it, this past spring, April to be precise, was the time. Your father was legally declared deceased. In the absence of a formal will, the secrets of our mighty mentor Magnify passed to me. This was, in fact, stipulated in the will by Magnify himself. Is that how it works, Apollo? Yeah, it's called death in absentia. He's declared missing. Permanently. I was wondering if you could tell me about this. Oh, why that bears a Gramarye seal. Uncle Volant, is something wrong? Trucy, where did you get this? Huh? Daddy gave it to me. Your daddy? No, my other daddy, Phoenix Wright. Why now? Why would your Lord Daddy? Lord Daddy? That's kind of stretching the whole archaic thing a bit. The signature upon the back, do you recognize it? That belongs to none other than Zack Gramarye. What? Dad signed this? Might I be so bold as to open it? I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. What's in this envelope, I wonder? A challenge, is it? You want me to make that disappear? Very well, give it to me. No, thanks. Are all magicians like this? Apollo? What was that look just now? I was thinking how hard it is to get any information out of a magician. Emma, long time no see. Oh? Seems like I run into you far too often then. I'll bet I know why you're here, too. You know about the trial simulation tomorrow. I've heard about it, sure, so Mr. Wright chose you, huh? We don't even know what the case is about. Well, he was killed, the artist who owns the studio, that is. Mr. Drew Misham. And his daughter was put under arrest. Yeah, we just saw her at the detention center. It was funny, though. She seemed more like a victim than the kind of person who could commit murder. You don't say. Not even by poisoning? That's how it was done, you know. Poisoning is a common way to get the job done when the murderer is a woman. Poisoning? Anyway, Mr. Wright told me you'd be coming. Feel free to take a look around. I'll just be over here with my snackoos. We can't talk to anyone related to the case this time around, which means we'd better find out as much as we can here at the scene. Or else. Alright, that's it. I'll be back later. I need to do my homework. It's been like a week. Let's fucking play. I might finish the game today. And then not do Alex. Lol. Imagine her in HD. I can't do that because I don't own a recording software for iOS. Alright, anyway, let's talk. So, this, Drew Misham was some kind of artist? Apparently, did a lot of illustrations for books, I hear. I have a lot of female fans, too, for what it's worth. Oh? Well, I guess this stuff is kind of pretty. Like that oil painting over there, for instance. Yeah. That wasn't one of his illustrations, actually. Huh? So it was a standalone painting or something? Is that what she means? He was an odd bird, Misham. Hadn't shown his face to anyone until the end. What do you mean, to anyone? He was always locked up here in a studio, apparently. His only connection to the outside world was through letters he'd put in that letterbox there. Letters? Do people still write letters? What do you mean, Paulo? I mean, when was the last time you wrote a real letter? Don't most people use email and stuff now these days? Not Mr. Misham. Couldn't stand technology, it seems. He did everything by mail. Maybe he thought that way was more artistic, you know? Letterbox added to the court record. In any case, the only person he said singled out in here was his daughter, Vera. Oh, you mean the killer? The suspect, please. We took some fingerprints, and of course, the only ones found in the room were Mr. Misham's and Vera's, basically. Basically? Actually, last night, Mr. Misham gave an interview to a reporter for the first time. It happened during the interview, apparently. His first interview ever. Oh, could you tell us a bit more about what happened the night of the murder? I can't examine it all. Oh, look at this painting. You can see the rough sketch. Oh, looks like it was only half completed. It's funny. Do the rough sketch and the finished painting look totally different to you, too? They do, actually. What's that all about? Is that a pufferfish? Apollo, that's clearly a porcupine fish. They're not the same thing. You know what gets me? They've got all these needles, right? But what's the protecting that soft spot in the lower belly there? Nothing. Must remember to keep Trissy away from small round fish. I'm expecting something to be on the back one of these, but I never find them. Well, what do we have here? It looks like a person thinking about something. Maybe they're worried? Like, what should I have for supper? A hot dog or a hamburger? You know, I always wondered about that. Why is there supper and dinner? Are there different meals or the same thing? Maybe that's this person's thinking about. Oh, Trissy. already did that last profile. Fucking goddamn it, cat. Give me a second. Let's talk. So, this woman, Vera, she's Mr. Misham's daughter, right? Yep, a real sickly girl ever since she was little. Hardly ever went outside. She did kind of give off a withdrawn sort of aura. She was homeschooled by her father, apparently. It was quite a scene when they took her to the detention center. She was screaming about how she'd die if they took her outside. That does sound like a scene. In the end, she agreed to leave if she was allowed her good luck charm for company. Her good luck charm? Apparently, she has this charm that magically gives her the courage to go outside. Why can't I ever get a normal client? But why would a shut-in daughter kill her own dad? Don't look at me. So, about the poison, it was found to be in his coffee, right? No, not precisely, actually. Not precisely? What does that mean? It means see for yourself, I think. Like I said, last night was the first time someone from the outside came into the studio. I guess mysterious painters who never go outside make for good articles. And it just so happened that he died the night of his first interview? At around 9 PM every night, Vera always made him a cup of coffee. Last night, he drank his usual coffee and suddenly became violently ill. And died? She poisoned him on the night of the interview? Wouldn't the reporter see? He wasn't near Mr. Misham when she brought her father his coffee. He was checking out some equipment in the back room. Supposedly, that's why she didn't notice he was there. It was the reporter who called the police, in fact. Wait, but why is she the suspect? If anyone is suspicious, it's the goddamn reporter. Yet the reporter never got near Mr. Misham's coffee. Even Vera acknowledges that. Regardless, I want to know more about this reporter. Let's examine the crime scene. So here's the coffee. Ah, that's the victim's coffee mug. Aha, so the poison was in here. This is my first time seeing a real poison mug of coffee. I would hope so. Poison coffee? Not exactly, actually. What do you mean? No traces of poison were found in the coffee. What? You'll have to figure out the rest yourself. I'm officially not on your side, after all. I see it. It's a little lip stain right there. That must be the poison, right? So what's this? Hey, look there! That stain doesn't look so healthy, Apollo. That must be the Blue Mountain stuff we've been hearing about. Something tells me that even Blue Mountain coffee is this blue. No, this stain is probably... better ask Emma. Can't present it. There we go. Emma, about this mug. There's a pale blue, residue on the rim. Eh? Ah, that! Yes, well, it's just a rumor. But I've heard there's a kind of coffee called Blue Mountain. I'm pretty sure it isn't actually blue, Emma. Ah, right. Okay, you got me. That's left over from my testing spray. Forensic evidence! I knew your hobby was behind this somehow, Emma. It's not a hobby. So, what kind of scientific stuff were you up to? This spray, that's what. It turns blue when it touches poison. So the poison that killed the victim was on this mug? That's right. See? It wasn't in the coffee. The killer applied it to the rim of the mug itself. Wow! Science is amazing. Certainly is helpful. Maybe Emma would be willing to help us out a bit more. You should try buttering her up, Apollo. Ooh, lube. They say flattery will get you everywhere. It's certainly worth talking to her a bit more. I bet Emma could help us out here. Don't forget, flattery will get you everywhere with her, Apollo. Huh? What are you two whispering about? Well, I was thinking. I mean, what is it we always do when we run into you at a crime scene? What is it we always do? Scientifically? Ah, you know me too well. Okay. Okay, meaning we can get scientific now? Oh, I suppose. Just this once. Bring me anything you find as suspicious and we'll check it out. Oh, baby. Her magic word is scientifically. Let me explore your lab coat. Scientifically. What is all this equipment here for? It doesn't look very artistic, really. He had everything from a lathe to a laser cutter. Looks like he was ready to work on metals and wood, too. Though his equipment's a bit old, to tell the truth. Why would a painter need all this? From the dust, I'd say he hasn't used this stuff for years. This corner doesn't fit with the rest of the studio. Oh, do you think I could borrow this? I want to cut a quarter in half to make a trick coin. This is a crime scene, Jersey. But those coins are like 50 bucks at the magic shop. Is this for painting, Apollo? That would be a drafting table. Drafting? Basically, it's a tool for making precise diagrams. Wow, painting is harder than I thought. Why would a painter need a drafting table here? Was he an architect too? What the fuck's this? Let's take a closer look at this desk here. Hello, this boy. Oh, cute! Look at the tiny frame, Apollo. Tiny is right. That thing is barely 2 inches high. What a picture would fit in there? None, apparently. It's empty. There's no glass in it either. What's this doing sitting on the desk? This is a lesson for us all. Be sure to check the size when you buy frames. I can't just take that and just examine the inside paper? Really? So this is Drew Mishu? And this little girl must be Vera. Yes, they took that some years ago. They look close. A happy little family. Until you arrested his daughter. Look, I was personally against that, okay? She just didn't seem very suspicious, scientifically speaking. Right. Something about the way that figure is posed. I've seen that pose before. It's you, Apollo. See, you're making one of your flamboyant gestures. Please, I'm a professional. I wonder why it's posed like that. Coincidence. Oh, it must be pointing in, like, that direction. What's this? The envelope has been opened and resealed. Ooh, I know how to do that. You take a pot of boiling water and hold the envelope up to the steam. The glue melts and it opens. Cool, huh? Whoever did this wasn't so delicate. You're right. Looks like they just ripped it open and stuck it back together. Huh? The postmark on this letter is from 7 years ago. How would someone open a letter and seal it again? I better hang on to this. Everything's relating to 7 years ago when Wright lost his fucking badge. I'm getting nervous. Oh, what we got? Apollo, look! It's been opened once here. You're right. I wonder if there's some way we can see what's inside. Should I try to get it open and stick it back shut? Let's not tamper with the evidence, shall we? I've got a better idea. Emma! Let's ask her. Is this a journal? Wow, talk about a clue. Let's read it. It's new. You didn't hardly see one. Ah, you had it going for a while there. Hey, Apollo. What's this feather thingy? Is that a pen? Like an old-fashioned quill pen? But it doesn't have a pointy end. That was most likely for sweeping detritus off the desk. Wow. You sure know a lot, Emma. Bold and scientific. That's my motto. Exactly what about that was bold and scientific? Hey, Apollo. What's this feather? Oh, okay. So, it's pointing... What about this? What's that? Why is he pointing over there? Fine. I guess that's just a letter, I guess. Okay. What's this? How about this shade of green? That'll be enough of that. Thanks. Yeah. You know us well, Emma. I'm sure of that. Let's take a look. Empty. The other half of that letterbox is actually connected to the outside of the studio. Mitsubishi would put his letters there, and the postman took them away. Impressive that someone still writes letters in this day and age. Or wrote, rather. Alright, let's present her some shit. Emma, about this. Oh, that. Yes, why that's a bright red envelope. She sure is jumpy. Someone opened this, didn't they? My lips are sealed. Your lips are sealed? That's a first. You mean, you know what's inside the envelope? Sure, I read it after all. Ah, you mean you were the one that ripped this open? Please, I would have steamed it open. But she did sneak a peek at it, apparently. Know that I have a powerful weapon on my side. Weapon? Yeah, the use of tools. Highly specialized tools for information gathering. Tools I wouldn't mind getting my hands on. You should try flattering her, Apollo. They say a little praise can open big doors. Never heard of that one, but it's a good advice. Let's try talking to her some more. About that envelope we found. I was wondering if you could help us with that tool you were mentioning. You want to know about my tool, do you? It's called an X-ray analyzer. X-ray? Like the X-rays you get at the dentist? That's right. At least that's what I call it. Huh? It has a real name, but it's much more complicated. The X-ray spectralization. Something. How am I supposed to remember all that? So, basically, it lets you see inside things, like envelopes. That's right, you're sharp, Trucy. But it's a bit more complicated than that, in practice, of course. Actually, to tell the truth, I'm not really sure how it works scientifically. Can I try it out, Emma? Please? Oh, I suppose. Of course, I've already checked out everything suspicious myself. Alright, let's give it a spin, Apollo. Yeah! What are you doing? Oh, just see if I could see through your hair. But it's like lead. Point that thing at me anymore and I might fall out. Then I wouldn't need an X-ray machine to see through it. Let's just get down to business, shall we? Right, let's test it on a sample first. It just so happens that I have a lottery ticket here. You set the sample in the device like so. I don't see anything. Patience, patience. There's no need to get all antsy. Look at the right side of the screen. That's the layer view of the envelope. Layer view? You've got it set to display the outside of the envelope now, see? Actually, it's quicker to just have you give it a try. Turn that dial there for me, would you? That's right. That's how you choose what debt you want to scan. Hey, I got something. See? That's how you can read letters on the ticket inside. Cool, huh? Except, I can't read them. Just turn the dial a little more. What you have to understand is that a sheet of paper isn't really flat at all. When you zoom in on that much, you see that paper is like a bunch of hills and valleys. Wow, really? This X-ray device uses a beam with a wavelength of only 0.05 microns. It breaks cards down into thin layers, so it can only show what's written on that layer. I'm not entirely following you, but what good is it if you can't read anything? That's why we go on to step 2. Try rubbing the image a bit, if you would. The image? You mean rub the screen? There, that fixes the image on the screen. Now turn the dial again, just a little. Good, now you can rub this image to fix it too. Hey, I get it. We just keep doing this until we've got the whole thing. Exactly, not bad. Neat, let's do some more. There we go. Let's just try again. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, let's print this one out. There we go. Does this mean I have to buy another one to win? Well, it's Emma's ticket. Let her buy another one. It's okay, there's no need. See, this is the true hidden power of my weapon. Neat, huh? Now let's try it out on the real thing, shall we? Oh, she's such a babe, dude. Anything on top? Nothing. Okay. Okay, let's print this one out. Mr. Drew Measham, I've departed the 100K into the designated please receipt once transfer. Someone deposited $100,000 into Mr. Measham's account. His paintings must be really valuable. There's another page in there. Can I take a look? You bet I do. If you're gonna read someone's mail, you might as well read it all. Here goes with the second page then. Sign the papers. Oh my god, it's so bad. Sign the papers and send in the envelope with the I need of. Okay, I can't even read that. So it was a letter about payment for one of his paintings. Why all the secrecy though? And what? Why was this letter the only one in here? It's 7 years old, right? Maybe it had some special significance to him. Well, Emma? Well, indeed. She knows something she's not telling us. Looks like she's keeping mum about it. What the fuck is it pointing to? Can I talk to her? Ah, you're here to see Vera Mijin? Yes, that's right. She's in, she's in the medical office at the moment. Medical office? Is she okay? She's just lying down. Says she didn't feel so good. I'm sorry, but I can't allow any meetings at the moment. Most annoying client ever. Guess we should come back. Let's go back to the right agency, actually. Hey, Phoenix, how's it going? Ah, presenting, are we? Oh, so he's not gonna tell me anything, is he? Really, I wasn't. Come on, you gotta do me like that. Aw, she wasted all the fingerprint powder? Damn. Where the fuck did you get this shit? I don't know. Yeah, those legal books were left by my mentor. Too bad I gave up on the practice before reading them. There's quite a few magic books in there too, you know. Those will be Druzy's. She'll remember they're there eventually, I'm sure. For a moment, I thought Mr. Wright might do magic too. Scary thought, though. That magician in the photo, is that my real dad? Yeah, Zach Gramery. He disappeared when I was little. I hung that up there so I wouldn't forget what he looked like. I see. She's smiling, but I bet that smile doesn't go very deep. No one's practicing the piano as usual. Even calling him a pianist is an insult to pianists everywhere. Okay, Apollo, I'm going to guess what you're thinking right now. Ah? What, was I making a funny face or something? Ah, I'm so hungry. I'm right? Of course I am. There's no of course about it. You guessed wrong. Besides, that's not what I'm thinking. It's what you're thinking. Ah! How did you do that? You're in my mind, Apollo. At least you've got that pudding. That's right. Try not to eat my share, will you? Thanks, Phoenix. Alright, I guess we're going somewhere else. Alright, let's present you envelope. A challenge, is it? You want me to make that disappear? Oh my god, what do I do? There's gotta be something here. Oh, there's a painting back there. Hold on, I didn't see that. Hey, there's a painting hidden back here. Hey, you're right. What if it's embarrassing somehow and he didn't want anyone to see it? He certainly seemed pleased by the possibility. It's so normal. It's hardly something to get mad about. Huh? What is it, Apollo? Well, doesn't this painting look like... Never mind. I better get a professional opinion on this. What does it look like? Starry Night? What's this? Nothing on the back. What's in this? Nothing? Oh, Emma, I was wondering about this painting here. Oh, that one? What about it? What about it? Yeah, what about it, Apollo? Take a closer look at it, both of you. Now, look at this one. This is the third painting he was working on. Hey, they're the same! I was hoping you wouldn't find that. You're right, though. Drew Misha was copying this painting. Wow, that's pretty good. Copying a painting? What for? I didn't notice that little thing right there. Let's take a closer look. I kinda wanna use that shit. I wanna see that, like, bottom part. I'd be happy to let you if you had a good reason, but without that, sorry. I guess she wants us to do a little footwork on our own first. I wanted to see what the fuck this original sketch was, because I can see what it looks like on the X-ray machine. Where's the X-ray machine that she had? Let me show it to a Phoenix. Or, no, I don't. Hold on. Mr. Drew Misha, I've deposited 100K into the designated account. Please send a receipt once it is confirmed. Once it's confirmed the transfer. Sign the papers and send in the envelope and the story. I can't even read it, and I love cursing, but the pixels are too much for me. Damn it. Let's examine the play area. Hey, that creature there. He was handing out balloons during our last case, too. There has to be something I'm missing. I gotta examine something. What was teacup? I gotta find something. Like, I feel like there's something just sticking out. I just don't know what it is. What this? Look, I'm a detective. You can't just ask me any old thing and expect an answer, okay? I think you need to be a little more focused in your inquiries, scientific even. A little footwork of our own. I honestly don't know what to take a look at. Like, legit, I do not know. Son of a bitch. There's a box here. That's just paints. What's this? Is there anything else I can look at? I honestly don't know. Is there something I should be checking? And there's nothing on the back. I already checked that already. Alright, Strategy Wiki, I'm sorry, I gotta use you. This investigation is killing me. I legit don't know where to go from there. Alright, let's take a look here. Drew Studio. Check the coffee mug, present the coffee mug, talk to Organic Science. President Cup. Damn, oh my god, I have to present the coffee cup again? That's so gay. Alright. Emma, about this mug. There's a pale blue residue on the rim. Yes, well, just a rumor. About poison analysis. I was afraid you were going to ask that. See, this solution is used to test for atropine. Atropine. It's the deadly poison found in the autopsy. Uh-oh, I know that spark in her eyes. She's getting excited. Best tread lightly. It's one of the most virulent poisons, but it's absorbed into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least 15 minutes for the time of ingestion for the adverse effects to show. Oh, and guess what? Recent research has shown... that's fine, really. We don't need to go into the gory details. I think I get it. You just spray the stuff on something and you do on the test, right? Precisely. You can find even the slightest trace of poison with this. I want to try too, Emma. Pretty please. You don't have to ask twice. I already used it on everything suspicious, of course. Yay! Let's give it a whirl, Apollo. What are you doing? I was just seeing if I could get a reaction off of you. How's this for a reaction? Never do that fucking again. I'm not poisonous. Tell that to those hapless witnesses on the stand. Let's just get down to checking for real poison, shall we? Tiny frame. Damn it. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Did you spray that little desk over there? I don't think so. That spray probably can't reach that far, you know? Let's check it out, just to be sure. There it is. Eek! A reaction, Apollo? Ooh. Where? The inside of that cute little frame. Look. Wow, would you look at that? Nice going, Trucy. I learned to work magic. Never mind that I was the one who found it. Tiny frame added to the court record. Why would the inside of that frame have poison on it? I need to check this out. Looks like you have to take this back part off to first put a photo inside. It had to be a really small photo to fit in there. True, and that pale bluish stain. Why would there be a poison in a place like this? Well, there's only one obvious reason. Whoever put the poison in the coffee rubbed it on here, too. That's not very obvious, Trucy. I can't just open it. Really? It looks like we found the only other place that was poisoned in any case. So, Emma, I was wondering, what's the story about this reporter that came here for a story of the night of the crime? Ah, I'm afraid I can't tell you because he's going to be a witness tomorrow, I hear. I thought so. I'll never forget that face, but what was his name? Oh, right. Brushel. Brushel? He's after a scoop to sell to the papers. So a reporter comes for an interview with the painter. His first interview ever, and that night he's killed. Seems strange to you? Really strange. It does raise a few questions. I'd like to speak with this reporter, if I could. Well, I hear he's on the beat today, too. It says something about covering a magician. Magician? Well, if it's not Trucy, that leaves only one other person. If it wasn't Valant Gramarye by any chance, was it? Yeah, something like that. He's got some big show lined up, I hear. So he's out interviewing Valant Gramarye. Looks like I'll be heading over to that Coliseum again sooner than I thought. Here, I'll give you that reporter's card if you want. Spark Brushel. That'd be kinda cool. Alright, enjoy your snacks. I'm out of here. So a journalist was here on the story. All eyes in the universe are upon my estate. All pens seek to commit its mysteries to paper. His name was Brushel. I think he remembers him. He doesn't look too happy about it. Brushel. That cloying smell of mint when he smiles. Yes. Could you tell us more about him? What did he want? A man by the name called on me just now. Just now? Valant's vision is always toward tomorrow. Valant's feet step always forward. That is all. That's all. Very confusing. I am to perform a big magic show, yes? I wanted someone to cover it. Yet, he had ears only for that incident. That incident? In any case, I requested that the rapacious reporter remove himself. So a painter has died. What of it? It is but a footnote in the footlights compared to the magic of Gramarye. Uncle Valant, do you know where the reporter went? I recommended he visit that place popular with penalized perpetuals. The detention center? He was a rude individual. Might I see that card? Sure. He would tear apart my respectability? I will tear apart him. Ooh, here comes Apollo. Uncle Valant's big magic trick. Is he going to fix the card? Not sure that qualifies as big magic. What happened to the big magic? Is it not more miraculous for it to stay ripped? He must have really not liked that journalist. Now, the time has come when I must return to make my prestidigitation preparations. By your leave, Miss Trucy. Thanks, Uncle Valant. 3 days from now, make ready for a miracle. What do you think that journalist was after? And why did Valant react like that to this envelope? I think it's time to pay the detention center another visit. Sure. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. God damn it. There we go. Where's the bitch? I hate this guy already. I legit want to snap off his nose and kill him. He legit makes me want to snap his neck. You know me? Do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down witnesses on stand till they spill beans. End quote. That's not true. What the fuck is he writing? Are you a reporter by any chance? Ooh, you're Trucy. Eh? Am I famous? Oh yeah. Trucy Wright hates carrying a bag. Puts everything she owns in her panties. End quote. That's so not fucking true. Just hold on to your breeches there. I'll wrap this interview in a jiffy. Interview? So, guard, I think I know what's going on here. Guarding rooms is my life. What else could I possibly need? End quote. No, how many times do I have to tell you this? Look, I've got work to do. You deal with him. Did you come here to interview the guard? Ooh wee, what a pickle. Accused wouldn't talk, had to interview someone or go plumb crazy, end quote. What? Oh, it's Vera. How's it going? I should have guessed. Where are my manners? Name's Brushel, Spark Brushel. I'm not picky. Journalist just closes eyes, writes, end quote. So you're a shitty-ass journalist then. What's that nauseatingly strong mint smell every time he grins? Just until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what thrilling is. Can I snap your neck? I'll romp through crossroads of mayhem madness, end quote. I can see that. You fucking mad, Pat? Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something. So, Mr. Burchell, you're a journalist? Me? Look, let me state one thing for the record here. Yeah? I'm the interviewer, you understand, yeah? I'm the one asking the questions here. Okay. For instance, you think a movie director watches movies? Well, I think he probably does. What? So, the night of the murder, you were at the Drew studio. Who, me? Look, let me state one thing for the record. Yeah? Punch his teeth out. I remember it like it was yesterday. I had seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger place with amazing ketchup when an article in a tabloid caught my eye. Famous oil painting stolen from art dealer's gallery, end quote, I believe it was. An oil painting? Happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen that painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach floating down a... I see what this is. I don't fucking think so. Look, buddy, I heard a billion times about one thing. That's food. Then why the fuck are you doing here? Get the fuck out of here. I'm out of here. Fuck you. I don't want to see your face again. Well, how'd it go? Find anything out? Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you. Well, what's with that scary face you're making? What's with that I know something about what I'm telling face you got going, Emma? Emma, about this painting. Oh, that? Quite good, isn't it? Or that's not what I wanted to ask you about. You want to examine it, is that it? I'd be happy to let you if you had a good reason. What about this one? This painting came from behind that dresser. Yeah, so? It was stolen. No. I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out. Do you think you could tell us a bit about this? I suppose. It's what you think. Drew Measham was a forger. A forger? Ooh, this beat. So what exactly is a forger? Well, basically, it's someone who makes forgeries. Fakes, in other words. Fakes? Copies of an original. Exact copies so precise you can't tell them apart. Well, why not just photocopy them? The big problem with forgeries is that people try to sell them as real article. It's a crime, of course. So Drew Measham was a criminal? I'm afraid so. He received money to create elaborate forgeries. To supplement his work in illustration, I guess. I see. Actually, that's why I brought this here in the first place. What do you mean? When you're trying to determine a painting is a forgery, the rough sketch underneath could be a valuable clue. So the rough sketch is like the practice for the real thing. Like doing a magic trick in front of a mirror before you can go on stage. But not in the case of a forgery, not necessarily anyway. You know what the finished product is going to look like, after all. Yeah, I guess you would. That's why I brought this. I'm going to use it to see what's under the paint of the finished pieces. I get it now. Not that I really needed to go in such lengths, seeing as how one of the paintings was only half finished anyway. Still, it'd be neat to see Mr. Measham's rough sketches. Kinda like what he was drawing while he thought no one was looking. True, that would be interesting, and maybe valuable for our case. You should try buttering it up, Apollo. Flattery will get you everywhere, they say. Huh, maybe I should ask Emma to help us out. I kinda wanted to see the rough sketch under this painting. And I was wondering if your tool there might do the trick. Oh, fine, just this time though. Let's check it out. Looks like an Eiffel Tower. Okay, let's print this one out. Oh. Oh, is that the Gavineers concert? Oh, that's cool. Whoa, what? What the fuck? Wow, he really blows. The finished painting isn't anything like the rough. Devices like mine didn't exist until recently. He probably thought he could draw any sort of thing he wanted for the rough. What do you mean? Well, in the past, you could only analyze the composition of a rough sketch. Composition? In other words, the traces of charcoal between paint and canvas. So you could tell if there had been a rough sketch, but not what it looked like. Oh, I think I follow you. So in essence, it wouldn't matter what was underneath the finished painting. Some pros would actually paint out a rough sketch entirely, then do a completely new painting on top of that. So Mr. Measham was drawing whatever he wanted before painting over them. Possibly. Is there a problem with that? Not particularly, but something about the sketch itself is kind of odd. You're awfully silent all of a sudden, Apollo. You think we can check out one of the paintings? Well, sure. You like this detection stuff too, don't you? I can't tell what that is. Looks like a house or something. It is a house. It's a walking house. That's kind of cool. This one too. What's wrong, Apollo? You look so serious all of a sudden. You think I could look at the last one of these? Fine by me. Knock yourself out. can't tell what the fuck that is. That's so cool. Oh my god. What the fuck is all this? I hesitated to ask why you're getting so excited. You sure your device isn't leaking some strange radiation? Trucy, look at the fucking 3 sketches. Do you notice anything? Oh my fucking god. They're... Now you're both white as sheets. What's going on? These sketches are out of the 3 cases I worked on. What? The murder in the poker room at the Borscht Bowl Club. The dead man pulling the noodle stand. And then... the events that transpired during the Gaviniers' concert. What could it mean? How could he have painted those things? And why? That's what I want to know. Wait, is Drew Measham your father? Give me a break. Does that seem even remotely possible to you? Dude, I got chills. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Here we go.